Well, hello and happy Saturday. Cynthia Gordon representing Whole, Women Helping Others Live Empowered. Today's video is titled Listen, Linda. In many videos, I speak on the importance of communication or how the lack of communication negatively affects relationships. Communication is not just being willing to talk, not even close. The definition of communication is imparting or exchanging of information or news. Communication has so many components: verbal, nonverbal, written, and listening. Today's video, we're going to talk about listening. If we want our relationships to be better, both personal and professional, we've got to purpose ourselves to show up as our best, most authentic selves. To listen, to give attention to sound or action. When listening, one is hearing what others are saying and trying to understand what is meant. Listening is the ability to accurately receive and interpret messages in the communication process. Okay, so enough of all of the Webster's definitions of what listening and communication is. And there's so much more for communication, and that'll probably be another video. But I really want us to focus on listening. And yeah, some of this may have been in another video because I talk about communication often. Because again, we have got to purpose ourselves to be better, to show up better for spouses, for children, for mothers, for co-workers. Just show up better for you. There is so much information, whether it's the internet, whether you're reading it, and then we turn around and we repeat stuff that we've heard when we didn't even listen. We got half of it, and then we want to talk about it and act like the expert. Bad, bad, bad. We really got to work on our listening, people. So let me give you some more about listening out of the dictionary. We're going to get away from the dictionary, and here goes some Cynthia-isms maybe. Stop listening to defend. When somebody's talking to you, are you really hearing their point of view, or are you just ready to break in to say your piece? Are you just ready to make an excuse why whatever they're talking about happened, or how they misunderstood something? Are you really just gonna listen so that they can at least get their perspective out? Let's try that. Stop listening half-heartedly. And by all means, if the conversation is adversarial and you've come to an impasse, how about you say, let's table this. Please, let's table this. Now, admittedly, heated argument, folk ain't gonna always want to table it. Maybe it's you that never want to table it because you got to get your point across. Newsflash, if you're in a conversation and it's adversarial and everybody's screaming, you're not getting your point across anyway. Table it. Say, you know what? Can you give me let's step back from this for an hour. It's nighttime. Let's just go to bed. Let's wake up fresh. Let's try this again. If the conversations that you're having, you're not feeling heard, person you're talking about saying, you're not hearing me, may as well stop it. By all means, don't waste your time now. But again, those that we care about, those conversations, even if it isn't a loved one, it might be on your job. Those conversations that go south, that are getting you nowhere, we have got to do better at our part. You can't say the person you're talking to gonna do better, but If we all just work on us, why, that comes up in every video. All we can do is work on us. Okay, back on the page. So, yeah, let's ask if we can table it. Come back after we're both calm. But don't ignore the conversation, especially with the loved one, just because it's difficult. Please don't listen with a condescending or dismissive attitude. Again, our ultimate goal is better relationships, better us, happier times, getting along, peace, love, and happiness, all of that. You don't have to agree to treat people's perspective or ideas with respect. It really doesn't mean you agree just because you listen. It doesn't mean you're going to change your mind. But maybe you'll understand somebody else's perspective. Just maybe. Lastly, let's listen with a concerted effort to understand. A concerted effort to show someone that their opinion matters to you. How about that they matter to you? Guess what? You are not going to agree with everybody. But guess what? I want to know how people on the other side of the aisle think. How people that are from different backgrounds think. How they grew up might have a big part in what it is that they think or how they feel or how they react. All of these things are important for us to get along. Let's try to find more ways, let's try to find more common ground than isolating others because of different opinions. How about we try that? First of all, I don't only want to have people around me that think the same. I don't need to only be friends with or in a relationship with people who just grew up in my neighborhood or who like the same things I like. How will you ever get exposure to new things if you only hang with the people that like basketball? You know, there's some really cool people that like baseball. Again, the idea of listening, that's so key. You know what? God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. We need to listen in that ratio. Let's listen twice as much as we talk, says the lady who talks so much. Trying my best to do better. Again, all these videos are for me. Every video is Cynthia trying to get Cynthia better. But I pray that for all of us, that we do really seek and desire to do better, that we really do try our best to get along, to be better for our families, for our friends, on our jobs, in this life, in this thing called life, that we try to do better. So, you know what? Listening is the word for today. Listen, Linda, listen. Not talk, listen. And again, when the conversations get hard, don't run from them. Even if you need to table them for a little bit, table them, but be willing to come back, because if someone's talking to you about something, it's on their heart, it's in their minds. And I don't know how long y'all been rocking with me, but if you go back to my very first video, I believe it was something like the blow up is from the build up. We let things sit and simmer, and we don't get them out. They don't just go away. They will show back up. So let's do our best to listen to our loved ones. Let's do our best to have real conversations where we can articulate how we feel. And if that thing is hard, don't be afraid to step away from it and come back to it, though, so that you can get it out and that you can continue to love those that are close to you, those that you do love, and love them authentically, love them completely, and be able to share your ideas. Because really and truly, if you love someone and they can't talk to you, they're not feeling loved. So let's do our best to be better. I do love you, and have a happy Saturday on purpose. Take care.